All right. Hey, team. Welcome to Thursday night's call. We should really come up with like a catchy name. Like Jen uses like Tuesday Talk, but yeah. So welcome to the call Thursday night, every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have a couple announcements. Tonight's call is on my favorite word. Can anybody guess? Anybody? I put in the
Consistency.
Yeah, I put in the team page. That's why you already knew. That was an easy one. So we're going to talk about consistency tonight. You guys know how much I love that word. Let's start off with recognition. You guys might have not noticed I did not do a top coach thing today. And the reason is because there's only 3 names to put on there. So I think we had a rough week, but that's okay because it's a brand new week. So we're going to start off amazing. Vicky has already killed it. She got sold 2 challenge packs today and was dinging the bell like crazy. So it's a brand new week. So forget last week. We're going to start all over. So congratulations, Debbie. You were the top coach this week with 375 PV. Woo-woo. And then Kelsey, you had 225 and Stephanie Parks 240. So great job, ladies, last week. I hope to read lots of names next week, and I know I will. As far as Success Club, a lot of us are hurting. And I had somebody say earlier, well, I'm not going to get Success Club. The month is not even halfway over. It's not the 15th yet. It is not the 30th yet. Is there 31 days this month? I don't even know if there's 31 days this month. I don't know that knowledge. No? Okay, thanks, Emily.
I don't think so.
No. Until it is 11:59 on November 30th, then I don't want to hear you guys say I will not make Success Club. Deal? Deal. Okay. So for as far as Success Club, congratulations to Vicky. You have 8 Success Club points, so congratulations. And then I've got Debbie at 4, possibly at 5. We got to see what happens tomorrow with an order, but possibly 5, which, woohoo, Debbie, this will be her first month getting Success Club and Vicky. So they'll both earn calls next month with Carl Deichler. Yay! I have Stephanie, Emily Dyer, Sarah Berry, Lindsay Bakke, and Kelsey Neeson. Did I say that right, Kelsey? No? Maybe? Yeah? No?
Yeah, it's
Nissen. Ha, yes. All at 2 Success Club points. I'm even struggling. I have 2 Success Club points. It's going to probably be a rough couple months because people are spending money on Christmas, but don't give up. Keep pumping that 21 days of Fixmas group. If you have to go past the 20th for the deadline, then we'll go past the 20th for the deadline and we'll just kind of extend our voting period, whatever it takes. With that being said, I'm going to pass it over to Stephanie to do the first announcement. So Stephanie, if you want to take it on over.
Yes, because I can hear finally. Okay. So Ashley and I were talking this week about how we feel like the cold weather and everyone's kind of struggling business-wise and fitness. So one of the bigger announcements is starting Monday, I'm going to be hosting a coaches-only challenge group. So for anybody in Team Fire to Get Fit, I'm going to host that challenge group. I feel like that's kind of like one of my strong suits. I really like to drop the hammer on people and make them accountable. And I think it kind of goes hand in hand. Like if you're slacking off in the fitness side of things, then you're probably not working the business super hard either. And for me, when I'm doing good with my workouts and nutrition, the business side comes a little easier. So that's going to start on Monday. If we're not Facebook friends, then go ahead and add me, and then I'll post a status, and if you like it or comment, then I'll get you added to that group. So looking forward to it.
I'm excited. I think it'll be great for us because I think as for us coaches, we'll run these challenge groups, but half the time we don't even post in our own challenge groups because we're like, oh, well, we don't need to be held accountable to our challengers, but we do. And we'll talk about fitness tonight and our consistency. And then the second announcement yet, it's not official, but I want to create an excitement for the team. Next week, as long as everything goes planned, I hit 2-star, which is awesome. But even better, we become a premier team. When you become 2-star and you have enough elite points, you become a premier coach, which means we're on a premier team. There's elite, premier, and then just average. There's not a lot of premier coaches out there, guys. There's maybe 100. So, and I want to create that excitement because I want you guys to realize that you guys are going to be on a premier team. You're not just on any ordinary team. You're on a top team with a premier coach, meaning you guys are a premier team, which is a great thing to go into the new year knowing that we are starting off the new year on top. So I guys want you guys to be excited because it's not about me. It's about the team and about moving forward. So hopefully it generates some excitement and some of you guys are excited because it's really big news for us because like I said, not a lot of teams get here. So that's exciting news. That was my special announcement. I don't know if it was really announcement worthy, but it's exciting. So be excited, darn it. All right, guys. So I'm going to start the slideshow. If everybody wants to mute themselves, if you don't know how to mute yourselves, I will mute you for you. One person stay off mute because we know how this goes. I can never seem to see if you guys can see what I am doing. Who can see my slide? Anybody?
Yeah, it's there.
Woohoo! All right, guys. So tonight we are talking about consistency. And for you new coaches on the call, you will hear me say this word more times than you would like to hear me say it. You'll probably get sick of me hearing me say it, but it is literally my favorite word to say. I probably say it every team call. But tonight we're going to go deep. We're going to dive into a little bit deeper on consistency. So the first thing I want to talk about, and sorry guys for not getting your permission, but some of your pictures are on the screen. What happens when you post them on Facebook? First thing I want to talk about is consistency with your own health and your own fitness. And this goes hand in hand with what Stephanie is doing with the challenge group. Brittany, I'm just cracking up because I can't see your face, but I'm just like staring at this picture and it's just cracking me up. I love it. But this goes hand in hand. You have to be proof of the product. That means you have to be working out. You don't have to work out 7 days a week unless you're doing the 21-day fix, but you have to be working out and you have to share your progress with people. It makes you more, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. More inviting, I guess, like more trustworthy. Because how can you tell other people to work out if you're not doing the same? And if people don't see that you're posting on a consistent basis, they're not going to trust you to be your coach because how do they know that they can trust you if you're not doing the same stuff that you're telling them to do? So that means posting about your fitness. And it doesn't have to be just like, hey, I just took taking a selfie because I'm sweaty. Like, make it about yourself. Make it a story out of your posting. Like, if you followed me during the 21-day fix, I posted every single day that I did the 21-day fix. And I knew if I didn't post, somebody was going to call me out on it. So you have to be proof of the product. You have to be consistent with your workouts. And it's easy for us coaches just kind of like fall down and like kind of forget about our workouts. But we have to make sure we're staying on top of that. And I think Stephanie said it best. When your business is starting to fail, it most likely is because your fitness is failing yourself. We are a health and fitness oriented business company. So we have to make sure we're putting that first before everything else. And I used to be really good at it. I used to be like, oh, I've got to answer messages today, so I can't work out. No, that is like a horrible excuse, like the worst excuse. So make sure you guys are staying consistent. So you can see there's pictures. Kelsey is always awesome about posting her workout pictures or something about fitness. Brittany is awesome about posting. And so is Stephanie. Like, these are people that are posting on a consistent basis. And a lot of the rest of you on the team are. I just didn't like want to flood like the picture with the page with a bunch of pictures. All right. Next thing we're going to talk about. Oh, and happy birthday, Stephanie, who did not fill out the file section for her birthday. So happy birthday, Stephanie. You guys can take yourself off mute if you want to say happy birthday real quick. So yay, Stephanie. Okay, sorry, I'm done. Second thing I want to talk about is consistency with sharing and posting on Facebook. This is big. Guys, we are in a social network marketing company, which means you have to be social, you have to network, you have to post. And I know a lot of you are like worried about posting on Facebook because you're worried about coming off pushy or salesy or annoying. You shouldn't be salesy because you should never be posting prices or your Beachbody links. And some of you can account for it. I will message you if I see your link in your status and tell you to take it right down. That's not stuff you should be posting about. You should be creating a story. You should be inviting people in. You should be wanting people to come back and look at more. Because if you're not posting on a consistent basis, you're not going to build a following. So Stephanie, for example, she is somebody that posts every day on a consistent basis. So does Brittany. Even when Brittany was traveling, she was still posting on a consistent basis because she was scheduling her post. It should not always be Beachbody related either. Actually, it should be one Beachbody a post a day and not even mentioning Beachbody. It can be like about your workout. It can be about your food. It can be about health and fitness. But your page should be creating a story. So like for my page, I usually post a picture of Stilts once a day. People know Stilts. People love Stilts. So I post a picture of them. Who doesn't want to see his adorable face every single day? I try to do something about like my workout. And then I try to do something like motivating, uplifting. You should be posting at least 3 times a day though. And this doesn't mean that you're posting just to post. What that means is you're not just posting a status just so you get a 3 posts times a day posted. Your post should be engaging and they should be fun. They should be adding value to somebody's day. So Kara, she is great about posting her food, which I love. And like she tells her story, like anybody that follows her knows that her husband just came home from Afghanistan. You know why they know that? Because she posts about it. Kelsey, she has been posting about ever since she became a coach, but not like in a salesy way. Like she's just been putting inspiring posts up. Brittany's page is great for like inspiring pictures and motivational pictures. I know where to go on certain days if I need to find stuff. You should be telling your story through your post no matter what though. That should be what's gravitating people in. And I also want to mention this, and I hope you guys take this to heart and don't take it the wrong way. When you become a Beachbody coach, kind of everything changes because people are going to be watching you. So with that being said, be careful about what you post. And I know your Facebook is like your personal thing, but people are going to start coming to you to look up to you for questions, for motivation. So if you're using your Facebook as a place to complain or say, this person did this, basically bringing your drama on Facebook, it doesn't look good. If you want to make a separate Facebook page, that's fine. But I do see sometimes like that I will see people complaining and it's just like, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to step on any toes, but people are going to look up to you. So keep in mind what you post. Like sometimes I have to be careful because I don't want to be like negative about things. Like yesterday I posted, if I get one more invite to a group from 3D Lash or It Works or whatever, like I'm probably going to strangle somebody. So I just kind of put like a humorous thing out about like, hey, don't add me to any of your posts. I appreciate your hustle, but no thank you. So you have to do things like in a tactful way. So just something to keep in mind, guys. Also, goes hand in hand with posting. There's going to be crickets when it comes to posting, and that's okay. You may not necessarily get a ton of likes, but if you get comments or people messaging you, that's great. And I put 2 pictures up here for those that can't see. One picture is literally from a year ago. It's a picture of a cup. You can't even tell what's in the cup. I don't know why I put it up with like little flames coming off of it, and it says yum. It's basically a picture of my Shakeology. I had 4 likes on it. So last night I was craving Oreos. Like I wanted Oreos like none other. So I got creative and I made an Oreo Shakeology. It was delicious. And I posted about it. And I even said, look, I'm human. I love Oreos. And my hashtag was, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. I got 54 likes on that picture and over 25 comments. So it just goes to show you the value of what you're posting. Like who's going to comment on a cup? I don't even know why I posted that, but you live and you learn. You want to create content, and I'm trying to get a lot better at that. And there is a timing for when you post. Now, don't go crazy and post something at 11:30 at night just to get that 3rd post in the day. Who's going to see it besides me because I don't sleep at night? Like, think about your timing. So timing for your market, and I got this from Brittany Leggett. And she said the timing for her market was either between 7 and 8 a.m., which is great for those people, the moms that are getting their kids on the bus, waiting for the bus to come, 10 a.m., noon, lunchtime, 3 p.m., picking up the kids, 5 p.m., kind of getting home, and then 7 to 9 p.m. Those are the times that work best for her. And for me, I notice I get a lot more comments and likes after about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. So you have to figure out what time works best for you. But don't go posting at 5 o'clock in the morning. No one's going to see it. And don't go posting at 11:30. No one's going to see it unless you don't sleep at night, basically. All right. Next thing we're going to talk about is consistency and inviting to your network. And I got a lot of this info from a team call that I listened to that Brittany Leggett did. And she kind of like said something kind of like struck me. If you add 5 people a day, whether it's on Instagram, Facebook, your Facebook like page, Twitter, that's really the only ones I really know anything about. But if you had 5 people a day, I did the math, that's 500 new people in your network a month. Think about that. Like out of 500 people, you should be able to help 5 to 10 of those people, at least 10%. So you should be inviting to your network daily. We talk about Power Hour. If you don't know what Power Hour is, check the banner up on our team page. I've got a list of what you should be doing for your Power Hour. But inviting is a part of it. And I don't mean just inviting and be like, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach. Do you want to join? I mean, adding somebody new as a friend and starting to develop a relationship. It can be like via blogging. Blogging is a great way to reach more people. I don't know if we have any bloggers on the team. I try to tap into it, but I'm kind of touch and go. But blogging is a great way to reach more people because everybody can see your blog. Have a like page and grow that like page. My like page is slowly but surely growing. Like I think I had like 200 followers beginning of the year. I'm about to hit 2,000. Exciting. Brittany's like page is kicking butt. She's got like 2,700 followers on her like page, which is amazing. But when you're inviting people, it should not be about the sale. It should be about developing new relationships and bringing new people to your market. And I see chats popping up in the chat box, and I will get to those at the end of the call, I promise. And the way in inviting is Facebook has a really cool tool that you can find friends that you have in common. And I know some people are like, well, I don't want to be friends with people I don't talk to. Listen, if you want to make this work, if you want to grow, you have to add to your market. You have to find new people because eventually you're going to tap out on your friends, you're going to tap out on your family, and you're going to run out of people. So if you're not growing your network, you're going to just tap out completely. I reached out. Okay, this is the girl that hated high school. I refused to go to my high school reunion, and I'm adding old people from high school. And I actually had 2 old high school friends message me the other day about the 21-day fix. People are going to follow and people are going to notice. And make sure you're welcoming. And you don't have to send them a message the minute you friend request them. But like if you start to see that they're like seeing your post, just you be like, hey, how you doing? I saw that Betty Boop had a great ballet recital. I'm really bad at coming up with stories when I need to. But you get what I mean. So you need to consistently invite to your network. Challenge groups. This is every single month, no matter what. And I was on a team call. I was a guest speaker on Tuesday night, and I talked about this. The minute I became a coach, that day I started a challenge. Like I started announcing my challenge group. Like that's all I want to do as a coach, which is really weird. Like I messaged my upline, I'm like, can I run a challenge group? Like, do I need permission? What do I have to do? She's like, just run one. I'm like, oh, okay, awesome. And I started running one. And every single time since then, I have run a challenge group every single month. I don't care if it's a free challenge group, if it is a program-oriented challenge group. You need to have one no matter what, every single month. Challenge groups are a great way, A, to get referrals, and B, to find coaches. Some of our best coaches in our team have come from challenge groups. Stephanie, she was a challenge group person. No wonder she rocks a challenge groups. And that's how she became a coach, because I said to Lindsay, and Lindsay said to me, she's going to make a great coach because we saw her posting in the challenge groups. Be creative with your challenges. I love to make like fun little names for mine. Like mine in the summer is like sizzling the pounds away. And then I did I'm doing a 21-day fix one that's 21 days to shed those feathers. And then like a jingle all the way. And then our creative one, thanks to Stephanie, 21 days of Fixmas. Make the challenge groups fun. You have to change it up. If you do your challenge group the same way every single month, it's going to get boring. And like for me, I have a lot of repeat challengers and they're going to notice if I'm doing the same thing. Run contests, like do like short workouts. Like Brandy Howard, her and her fiance ran an amazing challenge group, and every single day they posted a workout. Nothing crazy, just something simple. But it got a lot of people interested. You can do a crock pot challenge group where you do like 5 days of crock pot recipes. Clean eating group. Brittany is like the best person for her clean eating group. So hit her up for ideas. And if I hear somebody say, but I don't have enough people to join my challenge group, I don't care if you've got one person or if you've got 2 people. That is 2 people that you're going to help make a difference and help change their life. Pair up with somebody. Post in the group and be like, hey, I want to start a challenge group. I only have a couple people. Does anybody want to join with me? That's absolutely fine. Just running them is how you are going to build and how you are going to create a great referral system, because those joining your challenge group are going to talk to other people and be like, hey, I'm in this awesome group. You want to join? So make sure you're running one every single month. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. And for the new coaches, if you're not comfortable, join mine, join somebody else's, pair up, and see how they work. All right, guys. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is consistency with team investment. If you have one person signed up underneath you, guess what? You have a team. You are a leader now. And I know this may not apply to everybody, but when I mean investment with your team, that means recognizing. You guys know I am huge on recognition. I love it. Like, I just love posting about it. I blew up everybody's newsfeed last Thursday. And it's You should recognize your team always. I'm very known for recognizing you guys. Like, you guys should know by Thursdays, usually I'm posting something. You can recognize, and we talk about this in our Emerald to Diamond training. You can recognize for PB, which we do weekly, for Success Club points. You can recognize them if they reach their fitness goals. Like Laura today, she is in the 100 Club. So of course I'm going to shout that out because that is an amazing thing. So even if you have one coach underneath you, you have a team and you need to invest in that team. You need, I lost my notes. There we go. You need to know their goals. And you guys saw me post the other day in the team page. I asked you guys all to fill out a goal digger sheet so I know what your goals are. And recognize your team. And if you're not comfortable with it, that's okay. Talk to me. And you should be having weekly or bi-weekly or at least monthly Zoom chats or Google Hangouts with any of the coaches on your team. This is how they're going to grow, and this is how you guys are going to be able to keep them accountable for their goals. And I put the thing up here, SMART. So they should be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound goals. So when you get to know their goals, think of that acronym SMART. But invest in your team. And those that aren't on the call, investing in the team means being on these calls. These calls are the same time every single week. They do not change. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if somebody says, hey, I want to do dinner, be like, sorry, I have a meeting I have to stick to. Like, honestly, if you guys are serious about it, you should be on all calls that you can be on. And yes, we have a live recording, but you guys miss out on a lot afterwards because one, I can get the team to talk. We do have chatter afterwards, and we talk about new things. So just being invested in the team no matter what. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is consistency with personal development, and I really should listen to what I preach. But honestly, personal development is a must, and I'm slowly learning that. I'll admit I slack with personal development. Like, I barely read. I've got a bajillion books. Like, I just need to get better at it. Instead of playing Pandora, I need to put on a YouTube video in the background. One way for personal development is the National Wake Up Call every single week. And for those that did not listen to this week's National Wake Up Call about reinventing your why, I need you guys to listen to it because that's what the team call is going to be about next Thursday. And I'm going to ask a lot of people to talk up. So heads up. We'll talk about the end though. National Wake Up Calls every single Monday. It's always in your back online office under breaking news for the dial-in number and what the topic's going to be about. Listen to those calls. Those are amazing content that's in those calls. And it's free. Like, we don't have to pay for that. We're getting tips from top coaches. So make sure you listen to those or you listen to the playback. And make sure you're reading a book. So I put some books up here that I think are some really good ones that I've heard from other people. The Compound Effect is a great one. Failing Forward, The Slight Edge, GoPro, and Leadership 101. Is anybody reading any of these books right now? Or is anybody doing any personal development right now? And feel free to take yourself off mute and let us know what you guys are reading.
I'm reading The Compound Effect right now. I'm just in the beginning of it.
Do you like it, Kelsey?
Yeah, it's good so far.
Sorry, my dog's going insane. Debbie, what are you reading?
I'm working on GoPro.
I've heard that's an awesome one.
I'm kind of slacking on it. It's right by my bed, but I read the first chapter, but I'm kind of slacking on it.
I've heard it's really good with learning certain steps. Is anybody else reading anything else right now? Emily, I know you're really good at personal development.
I own The Compound Effect on my Nook. That was one of the first ones I read, and I put it down only because I was reading it too fast, and I wanted to.
Yeah.
Like a nerd. So I have to go back to it. I listened on audio to all of Failing Forward, and I actually went back to it and wrote down his points about that. So I have a Word document with those points in it. And I started GoPro again. I didn't want to finish it because I don't know why. I feel like I want to keep it for later. I'm saving it for later, I guess. So
Emily is a great person to ever go to for personal development. She eats, breathes, and sleeps personal development. I should take tips. Is anybody else reading anything? Yeah. No. If you guys aren't reading a personal development, I highly suggest you read one. And get on it or start listening to National Wake Up Calls. But you should be doing personal development 10 minutes a day. That's it, 10 minutes a day or 10 pages a day. And one I actually really like, and I feel like it's along the lines of personal development, it's called Girl Boss. It's very inspiring and very motivational of someone who literally started with nothing and now has a multi-million-dollar company. So that's another great book to read too. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about is Consistency with Success Club. And we talked about this a little bit 2 team calls ago. If you're serious about building, Success Club should be a no matter what. Not a goal, a no matter what, I'm going to make it. If it's 11 o'clock on the last day of the month, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make Success Club point. And that was something I didn't focus on when I first became a coach. And I put up some examples of some of my checks that I got. So the $89.98, that was my first check I ever got from Beachbody. That's it. Jump up a couple months. That was one of my highest checks because I was starting to hit Success Club and I was starting to invite people. Skip ahead until July and you can see they got bigger because I was constantly getting Success Club. And then skip ahead into March. That was my highest check to date, and that was my highest month of Success Club points. Success Club is how you are going to build your business. That's how you're going to have a consistency of Shakeology HDs or new coaches or new customers. And getting Success Club means you're helping people. And some other ways to achieve Success Club, the 3 vital behaviors. So the invite, be proof of the product, and personal development. That's how you're going to achieve Success Club. Use the business activity tracker. And I honestly, I had lunch with a girl today and she asked me if I used it and I was like, I really don't. So if you guys can see my screen, I have started to use it. So if I'm using it, that means you guys need to be using it. And those that are in my coach boot camp, I've required them to turn it into me every single Thursday. So if you need accountability, feel free to message me your BAT every single week. You can find your business activity tracker in the Coach Online office. If you need help finding it, let me know. Challenge groups, that's another way to get Success Club, promoting them. But Success Club should be a no matter what. You get awesome prizes. I think this month we get a book. I don't know what book we get, but we get a book. I can't remember. Last month we had like the Fall Classic and some of us earned blankets and t-shirts. They've given out, they've given out so much for Success Club. If you're a new coach and you get Success Club the first 3 months as a coach, you get to go to Nashville for free. Emily just got her email today that she's going to Nashville with us. Jennifer Gravener is going to Nashville with us. Brittany, Stephanie, Layla, they all earned their tickets to Nashville. I feel like there's one more person, but I can't remember. I think that's it. Kara's on her way to Nashville. And if you get Success Club 5 your first month as a coach, you get a free phone call with Carl Deichler. Kelsey and I will be on a phone call next week with Carl. Yay! And she gets to listen to him. So Debbie and Vicky, they're going to join me next month on a phone call with Carl. So there's great incentives to reach Success Club. So make that a no matter what every single month. And I listened to a call once by Chelsea Pearson, and she said, like, in the beginning, she was like, I didn't get Success Club. Like, I didn't really understand, like, what was the point of it. Like, that's not going to help me grow my business. And she even said as soon as she started hitting Success Club, she saw an incline in her business. And I completely agree with it. So consistency with Success Club, no matter what, every single month. So I want to do a call to action. And basically, you guys have to be consistent with the 3 vital behaviors. And I put them out of order. But that means you're going to be proof of the product every darn day. You're going to read your personal development every single day. And you're going to connect every single day with people. That means you're inviting, you're connecting, you're building your network. So what I want you guys to truly ask yourself, and you don't have to answer it, you don't have to come back to me, but I really want you guys to answer this for yourself. Where can I be more consistent at? And at the end, and once we hit recording, if you guys want to share, that is more than welcome. I know for me, I need to be consistent with personal development. When I'm failing in my business, it's because I'm not doing personal development. So for me, that's what I need to be consistent on. And what do you need to focus on? Do you need to focus more on your challenge groups? Do you need to focus on your health? Do you need to focus on inviting more people to the business? So I want you guys to truly answer these questions and look at your answers. And I want you guys to make it a point to start today working on those things. Thursday's a new week in Beachbody. So it's a great day to start over and start redoing things that you didn't do last week. So I really want you guys to ask yourself these questions. I'm going to stop the share real quick. I'm going to pull up, if I can. This thing always gives me issues. There we go. That way you guys don't see my, and then see if there's any questions in the chat box I should answer while I'm on the phone or while we've got this recorded. Emily, yeah. I would say working out is considered a Beachbody post. I would absolutely say that. No, Stephanie said no. Stephanie, why do you think no for a Beachbody post? Oh, yeah, if I keep reading the comments, I would see that, right?
Yeah, I think of the Beachbody post more of like when you're specifically talking about the product. Like when I post, I just say, oh, I got my workout in. I'm not necessarily saying I did Beachbody's 21-day fix, you know?
That's true. And I think when you do post about Beachbody, don't do it in such like a tacky way. Like post about like your challenge group, or like if I ever see somebody use a stock photo, I'm going to tell you guys to take it down. Like
Did
if
you
I
see what
see,
I posted?
what'd you say?
Did you see what I posted about an hour ago about payday and paying my bills?
No, because I haven't been on Facebook because I was preparing the slides. But no, that's a great way to answer. Like something that's like talks about like why you're coaching, like something that awesome that happened in your business. Anything like that is a great way to do a Beachbody post. I'm trying to read through all the questions. I would say the time zone for those, probably the time zone. It's so hard because there's so many time zones. I'd probably say the time zone that you're in is what I would think. You are going to have people like on the East Coast, like me, I don't sleep, so I'm checking Facebook at 1 o'clock in the morning, so I see the West Coast post. I would go with your time zone is what I would do. And Liani, I really don't know what time. I think you just kind of have to see what time works best for you, like kind of like play with it and see when you get the most likes and when you don't get the most likes and just kind of play around with it. Emily answered my question. Okay, that's good. All right, guys, so I'm going to quit the recording and then we can go over any questions that anybody may have.